Everybody, welcome back to the craft room. Firstly, I would like to say my thank yous, which is to IS10M. I'm going to call you. I don't know what your name is, but that's part of your username. So thank you very much for the super thanks. It's very much appreciated. Thank you. Today's card is going to be a little pop-up card, I think. I have made the mechanism before, but years ago, and I saw Sam Calcott use it recently, which reminded me that I hadn't used it in a while and it might look nice on a little card, so that's what I'm using today. So we'll make the mechanism later. I'm going to use this little bear from 665813, which is Pocket Pals. I've got a couple of dies, nesting dies, so the square and a rectangle from I think it's Creative Expressions or somewhere, double stitched die. I've got a little happy birthday sentiment that I printed and had that knocking around, so I thought I would use that. So I'll pop that to one side, and I've got a matte layer and a top layer, and that's what I'm going to cut this out of, but I'm going to use this so that I don't waste the inside of that paper. So that's the plan. I've got the fan on today because it's so hot in here. Hopefully I can drown out the noise on editing, and hopefully our bits won't blow everywhere, but to be fair, I don't need a fan to lose bits, do I? So don't suppose it'd be any different to normal. Anyway, let me get these cut, get the little bear cut, and I will be right back. Okay, so there's our bits. That is still going to be a mat underneath there. So put that to one side for later. I've done these a couple of times. I'm just going to stack them up a little to give them a bit of substance. Let me just stick those together first. Let's make up this little bear. We don't use a feet until later. So lost an eye. Never mind. Let's do another eye. So there's a little bear done. So he's going to be popping up from there. So his little feet are going to stick on there. The mechanism. Okay. So let me get some scraps. You can do this mechanism any size that suits your card, and it depends on what is covering it up and what is popping up. So it needs to be smaller than that square. So that's what we're going to cut first. And this is a just under 2.5 square. So we'll start off with a 2.25 square. Which we'll hide behind there. Okay. The next thing is this needs to fit in also. So that's important when we cut it. And he is at his widest point 1.5. So we need at least 1.5 in there. So that leaves us an inch. No, it doesn't leave us an inch, does it? 1.5. It leaves us half, 3/4 of an inch. So on this, I am going to mark 1/4 of an inch, top and bottom, and join those. And then I'm going to mark 1/4 of an inch top and bottom on the other side. So he needs to fit in there, which he's going to. So this way and this way. And that's going to fit behind there and be hidden. Now we're going to just do a little bit of cutting and put that up there for a second. So pieces you want to remove are this one and this one. Or it can be that one and that one. It just needs to be these side pieces removed. Okay, next we want to put our movie bit in there. Technical term. So you need some sort of slidey plastic. So, you know, a stamp packet or one of these little bags, anything really, as long as it's sort of slippy. And we want a piece that is wide enough to fit in there. So that is 1 3/4. So we're going to have a piece of this just under 1 3/4. open that up there. And this is going to go around here. Like that. But that is way too long, so we don't need that much. But what I'm going to do first, let me put a piece of card here so you can sort of see it. I am going to put some double-sided tape. Ow. At the end there. And then that is going to go around there and two up. So that's going to go on there like that. With the sticky facing upwards. And that's going to wrap round and stick on there. Don't want it too tight, but it still needs to move. So just wrap it round. Like that. And we're going to cut off the excess there. So we've got this, which slides round like that. So I'm going to keep that sticky bit there at the top, and now we want two more bits. So these bits need to be the same sort of size, so just under 1 3/4, and those are going to stick on there. The length doesn't matter at the minute because I am going to chop it off. So we want another piece of tape over the top of the first piece. Like that. And that piece is going to stick on there like that, and then turn it over and another piece of tape here. Now another piece is going to go there, like that. So we've now got this sort of effect, and when you pull one, the other one moves as well. So that is our mechanism. So we now need some foam tape, and we're going to have a piece going down this bar. A piece going down this bar. Okay. So that's going to stick to the card. And then more foam tape around these two. Okay. So far so good. I'm going to cut that bit smaller. So he will sit on here, and then the present will go on top like that, and then when that gets pulled and pushed, he will disappear, hopefully. So these are a bit wide for him, so I am going to chop them about. So I'm going to pull it up to the highest and work out whereabouts he would sit. And we're first going to cut it off here. It doesn't need to be any longer than that. And then I'm just going to cut down so that we can hide those. Right, I'm going to, no, I'm going to work out what I want to do with this bottom piece. So I want to cut that as well. Okay, this is just because I want a smaller pull tab. I don't want a big fat piece. So, right, I am going to stick this to here. I'm also going to put some foam along here don't want this to sort of wobble about, so let me just give that a bit of a guide. I'll do that actually. Yep, that's better. Right, let's get this little guy stuck on. So I'm going to pull it out as far as it'll go and stick him on where we want him. So make sure he still goes up back there, which he does. We put his little feet on. And now we can put our little pull on there, which I have got this Made to Surprise Push Me Pull You stamp set, which has got these pull and those sort of things on there. So we can either have an arrow or we can have the word pull. You see, that's a bit too big. I seem to have lost one of my little press cut circles. So I haven't got one that will they'll do it, but we will not be defeated. So we will find something else that's going to cut a little. We might do a little flower. Looks a bit low, but never mind. So let me let that dry. So that's going to go on there. Let's get that one. A bit closer, I'll get it in my place. Let's get this card put together. It's going to go on there. Let me get tidied up a little bit first. Right, let's get this put together then. So I'm going to start with putting that on there. Right, he's going to go there so he doesn't, so the puddle doesn't go too far below. So the only thing we're going to stick is the double-sided, the foam tape. I'm going to put some wet glue on there so that I've got a bit of wiggle room. Which one's still? Right, we can like that. Put a happy birthday on. Right, that's the lid. So we get that go up. Probably yes. So I might put on a little bow. So this is the Gummiapan Presents, and I'm going to use that bow, I think. Let's have a look. Put that on there, I think. So there's today's card, a little kinetic one. think he came out quite sweet. So that's it for this time. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you next time. Okay, bye.